What's up? It's your boy Jiggity G. And this is my last video about this subject, about this movie, of a movie that I will never go to the theaters and waste my money to see. Never. But, I want to do a video about some of these like odd racist movie reviewers. That's right, racist movie reviewers talking about this movie. And I was thinking about doing it a couple days ago, just have this collection or something. Because I have no clear plans to see this movie at all. I'm just like, I'm not even watching certain these YouTubers to see what they say about the movie, to see if I should see it. I'm just seeing the stupidity of it all. Kind of like that one, I guess the director is the guy on Lethal Weapon. He did some pedophile movie and they come with these rumors that these liberals and these woke people don't want you to see this movie. And I'll explain it as we go. And I kind of ran to a couple of those kind of like videos again. And like doesn't that get old when you don't actually have proof of that? And I'll get into that more as we go. But I kept, I never got very far in any person talking about the movie, but I always saw it as, this is more, to my understanding, a guy of hate. It does hate channels, whatever. He has a hate channel and he talks hate, I guess. I don't watch his videos like I explained in my other video. And he's gonna pull in people of hate. And all the reviews that I have randomly ran into, as in like just flipping through, there's something, they say something odd, as in weird, as in racist in a way. And and I was thinking about having these collection of, I just flip through, like have them set up so you can catch on to my drift up. They always say something like, who says that in a review? I don't know. I was gonna show faces, but this is a guy you can easily find if you watch it through in the shorts of YouTube videos, the short videos. And this is how what he said about the movie. And I was gonna have a collection of all the ones I ran to, but I didn't really feel like putting that kind of research of remembering which person and what point did they say something odd. I never got really longer than 2 minutes of listening to anyone doing a review. But a lot of them, or the majority of them, had tones like this.
I just left the theater from watching Matt Walsh's Am I Racist documentary. I almost didn't get in on time. I was trying to find a black person in the parking lot who would accompany me because, I didn't want to feel racist seeing the movie. I'll give you my review later.
And the guy is like, I don't need to say his wedding ring. I'm pretty sure I can bet money this guy's single. He kind of has that look that he really has no one to talk to, where he doesn't know, like, this is not really how you talk to people, or making, like, it's kind of like, what is those things? Oh, yeah, those people who, what was it? Oh yeah, that Nazi kid. There's a Nazi kid. He used to have, his YouTube channel got terminated. He was a famous Nazi kid, and he was like trying to say that if you talk about David Duke in school, you'll be suspended or you'll be kicked out of school forever, as if he's never been in a school, which most likely he's not, because usually Nazi kids who were raised that way or not allowed to go to school because they don't want them to know about black history or whatever, blah, blah. And so it's kind of like he just doesn't really know anything. He just has no one to really talk to. And the thing is, the other thing is the understanding is people like this, I think they think that, like, they have hope that this is hurting people. That's why they have these titles like, the woke people are upset. And I explained this before in old videos. I said, only time you see someone whining about a movie is the ones, or the people who do the hate channel saying, these people are whining, these people are whining. Read every single title on every one of their videos in their channel. These people who do these videos, it's them. It's always them. They're the ones whining about skin color or females. It's them. But in their head, it feels like they really want, people to be, whether they see it as a different color, to be upset. So in his head, he wants to feel that this is upsetting blacks. But another example is to understand of that stupidity. Like I said, racist to them, there is no other skin color in the world. There's only whites and blacks. That's another example how you can know if someone's a racist when they expose themselves, is they can't get their mind off of blacks. And they feel like it's just like, if you talk about racism, like if I sit in the room and says, man, I hate racist people, they'll immediately assume I'm talking about only whites or something, and they're always thinking blacks this, or blacks always do that, and they immediately jump to that. You talk about racism, they'll immediately tell you a story about, I remember this one time this black guy did that, and their mind is concentrated on blacks. Next one is, I am not going to play the rest of the videos, I'm just going to say them. The next one, which one I want to talk about next? I saw a couple of the typical, this movie's already pissing off. I went to go see this movie because this movie is pissing off a lot of liberals and blah, blah, blah. It's like, where's the proof of that? Comments that you find on the internet that someone says, hey, I'm a liberal and I hate this movie. But, I want to get more examples where I've seen it. I guess I'll go ahead and people do hate channels. They go interview people and then their person answer their question wrong or dumb. And then their title, they will say, this is what liberals think or Democrats think. And the person doesn't even explain how would you know if they're a liberal or Democrat? You just have it titled, but you're just going up to random people. So well, anyways, but it's kind of like one of those things is where I said is when the hate channels, they'll find that kind of a coon guy, and it was a black guy that I recently ran into that did that, says these liberals are so upset about this movie, so I had to go see it or something like that. Where they'll be like, I'm not gonna go vote for Kamala because she's black, and they'll say that. I was like, who's telling you this? What? And one more is, because I said I can't remember what the other one was. Taylor Swift says you should all go vote, and then they get all angry. Says Taylor Swift said you all should vote for Kamala. She didn't say that. She said, she said who she's voting for, but she said do your own research. It's like, and they'll say this another line where they'll say, oh, I don't care what another celebrity says. That's not going to choose who I'm going to pick. She didn't say anything like that. They keep saying things that aren't there. Bill Larson hates white man, she hates white man, all that kind of shit. It's just like, like I said, they only hear and see what they want. But what was the other one that was odd? One of my thought was odd. It was a person of color here. He said, I'm expecting always the coon when you see someone of color rushing to see do these videos. I said they kind of did that for the Little Mermaid. They're rushing to be accepted. Where he says, I saw this movie, now I know I'm going to be called coon, but I got to tell you, I love this movie. Okay, this is why the word coon comes to mind when it comes to this person. It's not because you went to go see the movie. It's the fact that you're saying you love a movie that made probably at least $5 million, which is odd. Just because a movie is not really like making a whole bunch of money doesn't mean that you can't love it. But I'm just saying, but it's just the adding up with the only people that are talking about this movie is 99% of hate groups that actually just, you hit their channel, they have a whole bunch of whining about the feminists and color and woke and crap. It's just the typical people that you would expect to see this movie. So that blows out the whole thing about upsetting liberals or woke people, whatever the hell they want to believe in, because who gets upset over movies that they're not reviewing or caring to see? There's no one really going around saying this movie sucks, it's awful, because they're just not going to go see it. It's about to make like $5 million by now. I know it made like $4 million. I was watching Beyond the trailer. The feminist, you're watching a feminist girl. She likes the Little Mermaid. She's a feminist. All that kind of crap. What was the next one was? Oh, man. I recently today ran into, it was a fat guy. I will say a fat white guy. I'm not saying it because of skin color, but so you can have a description of what it looks like. He's with an Indian guy. And it's a 30-minute video, and I skipped somewhere just because they were like talking about things that I didn't care about. And then he started telling his story, right? And he said that one of his friends, his white friends, came up to him, and he started saying that, man, we need to apologize to black people. And he was like trying to explain, he was trying to say, I was telling him, I don't understand why I need to apologize to black people. He was like telling this whole bullshit story, right? And you know why it's bullshit? People, I'm not really trying to be perfect explaining this because this is something that I would never explain to someone in the real world. People, I kind of heard that trick before where someone wants to try to say, I didn't even see the outcome if he said he liked the movie or not, but I'm expecting him to say he liked the movie, so that's why he started with that and trying to say, so this movie, it kind of makes me understand that I'm not the only one that feels this way or something, whatever the movie's about, I don't care. But people, have you ever played that out through your head? In every scenario, imagine one of your friends in the first place come up to you and said, hey, we need to apologize to It's just, this scenario is not real, but I'm trying to say it without laughing. So, because usually I can picture myself being white, and one of my white friends come and say, hey, we need to apologize. We need to apologize to black people, right? And there's a part where this won't get funny. The scenario of that, because the part I want you to play out in your head is not just that. It's the part of actually doing what you're saying your friend wants to do, or your friend doing what he said he wants to do. How do you think that's going to play out? Picture that in your head. You're walking up to a group of black guys and say, hey, I want to apologize what happened to your ancestor. I don't know why I'm laughing, because I know where this scenario is going to go. Imagine yourself going up to a group of black people saying, I want to apologize to what happened to your ancestors. Do you know what I would do if I was one of those black guys? I'll immediately walk away because I already know what's coming. To sound that strange and just off the wall, my mom wants to use the word satire, even though I'm not really sure that what it means, but it feels like you're mocking something. It's just like, you're not making any sense. No, you just read, who are you trying to say that to? Like, what the point is, how do you think that scenario is going to go? I'm immediately walking away because I'm just like, I'm not a violent person, but I know one of you guys might be, because that just sounds strange. That just sounds like someone is ready to start something. Why are you? There's something wrong with you. And the thing is, I want you to understand, I am a nice person, believe it or not. If someone came up to me and says, I want to apologize to what happened to your ancestors and, the privilege that we have, I was like, dude, you need to get the fuck away from me right now. I would literally think there's something mentally wrong with you and you're up to something. You need to get the fuck away from me right now. That would be my immediate response. Start moving quickly. It's just like, play that out through your head. Do you think that it'll be end up with him crying in your arms? Thank you. Thank you for apologizing. Thank you. I'm in so much pain. Well, how do you think that is going? That's how you think that's going to play out. Do you think it's going to play out that way? Because I know your friend is not dumb enough, your so-called fake friend. Sound like Donald Trump says, man, these English teachers came up to me and they love how I jump around. You ever see that clip where he's talking about, I don't remember what he said, some kind of professor, they love how I jump from talking about bread to windmills. They think it's genius. The scenario, that scenario would not work in either side of a friend saying that to another person. And actually, you have to have someone with a mental problem to not be able to put that scenario through their head. Get that burp out. Put that scenario through their head before bringing it up to you. I would never have a dumb enough friend that would not already play that scenario out through their head or before bringing it up to me. It's not. There's something wrong with the people you associate with if that is possible. That is not going to happen. The only way it would not probably end up in violence is someone did a YouTube video saying, and I want to apologize for what we whites did to you black people, and do it on a YouTube video or something. There would be comments about, well, after you're done with that, come over here and suck me off or something. Blow my, I was going to say the actual word, like suck my, because it wouldn't be taken serious. You'll be safe that way. But literally walking up to someone who's black and apologizing, something like that, It's just like a scenario of saying, like, you know, how dumb idiots think that blacks can say "what's up, my nigga" to any old black person. No, you cannot. You can't say that to. I can't run up to a random black person and say "what's up, my nigga." You have to know them, and majority of blacks that I know don't even like that. So I rarely see that. I gotta be around some like less than high school black ghetto kids, and they'll say that. I can't remember the last time I've seen that scenario, but it's on educated blacks. You know, like just you know, and no, people, you can't be black going around to other blacks say "what's up, my nigga," because you can accidentally run to the wrong black that doesn't like that word at all. Yes, and there's a lot of them. I have been, and through my lifetime of people I'm surrounded by, do not say, and I brought that up in a video before. But what was the other scenario? Basically, it was the same typical thing. But there was another one I just, like I said, I didn't remember before I even doing the video, and I decided I was going to put the research to know. But it was more of a typical, these liberals are upset, you know, they want you to boycott it. But I'll end it with the other thing is I thought was odd when it came to that pedophile movie where they're trying to say Disney, Netflix, and Amazon, they don't want you to see this movie, and they don't want to put it on their little app thing. And I'm like, so Disney and Netflix and whatever, they're all boycotting this movie, right? I think Sounds of Good or Sounds of Evil, I don't know what it's called. With the pedophile movie, Freedom, I think it's Sounds of Freedom, I don't know. I never seen it. Actually, I have seen it for a few seconds when it was found on one of these apps. I was boycotting it, and I turned it off early in the movie where he walks in the room, and the guy goes, "Oh, it's him." You know, he didn't go, "It's him." He wasn't saying that, but he was like, "Get on shit." I was like, oh my gosh, it's that skinny dude who can't really act. I'm sorry. So the thing is, I'm trying to, there was a point where I was trying to get into, there's always like a huge flaw in these people's things they say. So I was like, so Disney and all these people are boycotting it, not putting it in their app when a movie's in theaters. So wouldn't you not want it to be in the app? You would want it to be in theaters to make money. And why would Disney rush to put a movie about pedophiles on their app when at that time they wasn't even putting rated R movies in their app yet? They still haven't had rated R movies in their app now. Now they're putting their Fox of Deadpool and the Logan and all that. And recently Punisher, around there, Punisher came on their app. But they didn't have any rated R movies on their thing. I'm pretty sure the movie's probably rated R. I don't know. I don't care. I'll never sit through it. I know that part in the beginning of the movie. But anyways, that was just overacting. Like, oh my gosh, it's him. He's like screwed up in the seat. It was like, because he walked in the room, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done. It's pretty early in the movie. I'm just saying the logic, it just doesn't make any sense about Disney, and that's what they do. They always say, like, they're trying to stop you from seeing it. It's in theaters. There are movies, yes, I know, the people who play dumb. Well, one time, Doom was in theaters in the app. Yeah, that was Warner Brothers' biggest mistake of doing things like that, which is Doom is a dumb movie, but get that out for idiots out there. But no, people. No. Anyways, and I thought it was kind of odd that they were wanting to even say that, because like, why would you want it that? Because it won't make money that way, and in the way that you want it to make money. And it's like, yeah, so I mean, who's trying to boycott Black Panther is trying to say, I was attacking Black Panther, I was attacked, here's my fake makeup, and here's old pictures of some random girl with a black eye that had nothing to do with Black Panther, you know. But no, it's liberals and woke or whatever the hell it is, blah, blah, blah. But I can't remember it all, but there was ones like, they were just like, I don't remember, because it's not really something that a normal person does with his life. But I really wanted to play a couple of them where it'll be saying some things, but I really want to make sure it's clear, people. If you're white and you have a white friend come up to you and say, we need to go start apologizing to black people, which is not likely ever. You can't even picture that shit ever. Don't do that. Don't do that. Unless you want an ass whooping. Okay? Because that's just not going to play out right. All right, peace. I got to go.